Mohammed Saeed al-Sahhaf is a former Iraqi diplomat and politician. He came to wide prominence around the world during the 2003 invasion of Iraq, during which he was the Iraqi Information Minister under Iraqi President Saddam Hussein, acting as the spokesperson for the Arab Socialist Ba'ath party and Saddam's regime. He is best known for his grandiose and grossly unrealistic propaganda broadcasts before and during the war, extolling the invincibility of the Iraqi Army and the permanence of Saddam's rule. His announcements were met with widespread derision and amusement by Western nationals and others with access to up-to-date information from international media organizations. In the US he was popularly known as Baghdad Bob, in the UK as Comical Ali, and in Italy as Ali il Comico. Before the Iraq War, al-Sahhaf was born in Hilla, near Kabul, to a Shiite Arab family. After studying journalism at Baghdad University, he graduated with a master's degree in English literature. He planned to become an English teacher before joining the Arab Socialist Ba'ath party in 1963. In the early days of the Ba'athist regime, he read out regular announcements of recently executed Iraqis on state television. He served as an ambassador to Sweden, Burma, the United Nations and Italy, before returning to Iraq to serve as foreign minister in 1992. The reasons for his removal as foreign minister in April 2001 are unclear, but his achievements in the position were often claimed to be less satisfactory than that of his predecessor, Tariq Aziz. At least one report suggests that Uday Hussein, son of the President Saddam Hussein, was responsible for the removal. During the Iraq War, al-Sahhaf is known for his daily press briefings in Baghdad during the 2003 Iraq War. His colorful appearances caused him to be nicknamed Baghdad Bob by commentators in the United States. He was nicknamed Comical Ali by commentators in the United Kingdom. Commentators in Italy similarly nicknamed him Ali il Comico. His pronouncements included claims that American soldiers were committing suicide by the hundreds outside the city, and denial that there were any American tanks in Baghdad, when in fact they were only several hundred meters away from the press conference where he was speaking, and the combat sounds of the nearing American troops could already be heard in the background of the broadcast. On another occasion he spoke of the disastrous outcomes of previous foreign attempts to invade Iraq, citing an unspecified Western history book and inviting the journalist present to come to his home to read it. His last public appearance as Information Minister was on April 8, 2003, when he said that the Americans are going to surrender or be burned in the tanks. They will surrender, it is they who will surrender. He frequently used the word ulj, an obscure and particularly insulting term for infidels, to describe the American forces in Iraq. This caused some debate in Arabic language media about the exact meaning of the word, with most concluding it meant blood-sucking insect. In an August 2003 interview on Abu Dhabi Al-Ula, al-Sahhaf said it was an archaic term attributed to Umar ibn al-Khattab. Al-Sahhaf gained something of a cult following in the West, appearing on T-shirts, cartoons, and in internet phenomena. In the UK, a DVD documentary was sold about his exploits and televised interviews, called Comical Ali. Post-war life. On June 25, 2003, the British newspaper The Daily Mirror reported that al-Sahhaf had been captured by coalition troops at a roadblock in Baghdad.
The report was not confirmed by military authorities and was denied by al-Sahhaf's family through Abu Dhabi TV. The next day al-Sahhaf himself recorded an interview for the Dubai-based Al Arabiya news channel. Al-Sahhaf said that he had surrendered to U.S. forces, had been interrogated by them and released. He was reportedly paid as much as $200,000 for the television interview, during which he appeared very withdrawn in contrast with the bombastic persona he projected during the war. Many of his answers consisted of a simple yes or no. He refused to speculate on the causes of the downfall of the Iraqi government and answered only, "History will tell," when asked if video clips purporting to prove that Saddam Hussein was alive were genuine. Amid speculation at the time that Hussein had been killed during the war, his fame quickly evaporated as the war continued into the insurgency phase. From the middle of 2003 onward, he faded from the public spotlight, and was no longer a figure in the war. Although questioned by American authorities, al-Sahhaf was released, and there has been no suggestion of charging or detaining him for his role in the Saddam Hussein government. He is now living in the United Arab Emirates with his family. When asked where he had got his information, he replied, "Authentic sources, many authentic sources." He pointed out that he was a professional, doing his job. On November 7, 2014, Swedish newspaper Expressen posted a video of al-Sahhaf in a hospital bed in the United Arab Emirates. Al-Sahhaf has since been in retirement in the United Arab Emirates, supposedly under a false name.